Who's more powerful, the leader of the free world still, or the kid with more than 500 million friends? President Obama met face-to-face with Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg last night in Silicon Valley. That meeting wrapped up just a few hours ago. Bloomberg's Chris Valerio live in San Francisco, very early on the West Coast with the details. Chris?
Literally, it was just a few hours ago, Matt. So it was an all-star lineup at famed venture capitalist John Doerr's house last night. The choppers circling the house very early in advance in the quiet town of Woodside, California. That's in the heart of Silicon Valley. President Obama meeting with a virtual who's who of Silicon Valley, including Zuck, Apple's Steve Jobs, Oracle's Larry Ellison, to just name a few. Obama's millions were nothing compared to the billions at the table last night. In fact, the collective firepower of just a handful of those at the table was more than the GDP of some nations. The top 5 billionaires in the room bringing a combined net worth of more than $54 billion. And believe it or not, Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, the second richest man, albeit in theory. Now, the president was there obviously to talk about jobs and innovation. And it doesn't help to have a few billionaires, of course, when it comes to re-election. Matt.
And Chris, a lot of speculation, obviously, about Steve Jobs' health, about whether he would show up for dinner. Any idea about his attendance?
Well, you know, Jobs was not actually seen by the pool of White House reporters, which coincidentally were kept in the garage because it was not a press event. But Reuters says that a White House official confirms that everyone that was on the guest list actually did show up. And I just wanted to point out this morning, one of the most actively traded stocks, again, as we did yesterday, is Apple. So a lot of interest in the stock, a lot of interest in obviously what happens to Steve Jobs. Let me tell you, a lot of interest in what that conversation at the tables were like. And I want to know, Deirdre, if if Zuck convinced Obama to let his daughters join Facebook. Back to you.
Yeah, that's going to be a good question. A good scoop if you get it. Chris Valerio joining us there from California. Well,